Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's video, and today we're going to do my top 10 worst heroes in Assassin's Creed Rebellion. Now, we've done two top 10 lists of my favourite heroes, so it's only right that I say who my least favourite heroes are. Now, the reason some people are in this list is I either don't find them enjoyable to play, I think the damage output's lacking, or their utility, or they just don't really offer anything to any content in the game. So today we're going to go through my top 10 and I really hope you enjoy it. If you've not subscribed, please consider subscribing. We've got over 80 videos on the channel on Assassin's Creed Rebellion. So join the community and yeah, I really hope you can support the channel. Right, so number 10. Unfortunately, it's Cassandra. Now, her and Alexius were my first two 5-star heroes at Legendary, and she is just nowhere near as good as Alexius. She's got a poison ability here, but it just does such little damage. I mean, if you stack it, it eventually does a bit of damage, but it's just so lackluster. She can reveal rooms, which is decent, and her assassination here, even if she fails it, she still does a very, very good bit of damage to them. But apart from that, her attack is extremely weak. She can't really take a hit, to be fair to you, and there's so many DPS enforcers that you'd rather take in over her. So that's the long and short of it. So unfortunately, as beautiful as she looks, she's at my number 10. Right, number 9. Now this one is the killer for me, and it is Altair. His lethality is awesome, don't get me wrong. As far as it goes, assassinating people, he's up there. But his damage is so lacking. If you don't crit, you're literally doing 1500 damage, if that. He's got a throw knife ability, which obviously gives you initiative, and an execution bonus, like where you can execute an enemy once per mission, regardless of the health. But he's just so lackluster. I was so disappointed in him. Yeah, his damage just isn't there. He's not fun to play, and given that any day I'll take Ezio and Darius in over him any day of the week. Even Luciano, I just found Altair extremely disappointing. I really hope that he gets a buff with a legendary weapon soon, because if they give him a legendary weapon, that could turn the tides on him. But at the minute, he's my number 9, so yeah, I am a little gutted. Right, coming up to number 8. And it is a hero I've done a video on recently, and that is Murat. What can I just say? Extremely boring to play, extremely lackluster attack. I mean, his DPS is up higher, but oh my god, he's shocking. It literally takes you an age to get an enemy down with any considerable health. He's got a nice passive ability that I do like, but it only lasts for 3 ticks, so it reduces their attack for 3 ticks. So that and the parry, you can take literally up to like only 10 damage off of the hardest hitting hero. But after that, he's just got nothing really going for him. He can parry the odd attack, he can dodge, but it takes you so long to get an enemy down that he's just not worth it. He really isn't. So he is my number 8, unfortunately. As good as he looks absolutely awesome, but yeah, there's just nothing going for him, really, to be fair to you. Right, number 7 is Shakira. Now, as fun as he is to go Shakira, he's just not. I just don't find him that fun to play. I've used him quite a bit. He's been in a lot of the Altair Helix Rift event, the Eagle Shadow. So I've used him quite a bit, and his Mark for Death ability isn't bad, but I just, considering how many area of effect heroes there are in this game, I just find him very near the bottom. He's not reliable, the damage, and I just don't enjoy playing him. There's other DPS heroes or area of effect heroes I'd take in over him any day. As I said, he can reveal the final area that you need to get to, and his Mark for Death ability is quite nice, and it does ramp his damage up a little bit, but it's just at the gate he's very lackluster, and yeah, not one of my favourite heroes, unfortunately. So he is my number 7. So right, number 6 is If I can find him, where is he? Number 6 is Bartholomew. Yeah, what can I just say? He doesn't really have much about him. He can increase his critical chance for 4 strikes. You can obviously do that every time you enter combat. He's got this attack here which strikes for 200% damage, but he very often crits. His damage is 1 minute he'll get off an amazing attack and you'll be like, whoa, he hits hard, and then for the rest of the mission he'll just do absolutely nothing. He's got a little heal on him, restores 30% of his health over 8 ticks, but when you come into high-end content, that 30% over 8 ticks just isn't high enough and is over too long a duration. So yeah, very, very weak, I'd say. That'd probably be the best way to sum him up. Doesn't hit that hard and doesn't have the best health pool either. So he is my number 6. Right, coming into number 5. Some of my heroes have absolutely vanished off the screen. Luckily enough, the one I need hasn't, and that is Mario. What can I just say? Yeah, you got him as a exclusive hero for pre-registering in the game, and he's just not that good, to be fair to you. For an epic, there's so many better heroes out there for DPS, and yeah, I mean, he's got this ability: dodges in critical chances increased and 20% for the entire party. That's a nice ability to have. But you're not going to bring him on the team just for that. As far as he goes himself, you know, even this ability increases their miss chance by 30%, but their attack is increased for 20%. So if you do fail to dodge, he's not got the biggest health pool anyway, and you are going to take quite a lot of damage. So yeah, there's just not much about him. There's not much utility. He's just extremely, extremely average. Right, I'm going to have to back out here because done that really weird thing, go back in. Yeah, like Ezio hasn't loaded up there. This game, seriously, so many little bugs on it. Right, number 4 is going to be Gershon. He's a support hero, but I just don't really get how he supports anyone apart from giving them a little bit more defense. That's about it, really. He can disarm traps. You know, he can attack himself but then drain 20% of his health over 20 ticks. So that's useful. So yeah, he's just cool looking hero, but just terrible. Just not worth taking. Now, there's no support hero, I don't think, any worse in the game than him. And yeah, he's just absolutely shocking. So he is my number 4. Right, number 3 is Ferris. I hate this class. I hate this class with a passion. And the common Hamid I would probably take in over Ferris. Obviously, probably with an extra bit of extra training and everything, he probably could do a job for you. But yeah, just a bit of a pointless hero, really. He can disarm traps, obviously, but he's got this ability where he can stun someone for 4 seconds and inflict 10% damage. But he hits a bit noodlish anyway, not got the best health pool. So you can disarm traps with him, but you can very rarely take the enemy out the other end. So yeah, very, very, very poor hero. And just in a class that I just can't stand, to be honest with you. So he is my number 3. Right, number 2. Coming to the big 2 now. Right, number 2 is an amazing looking character, but it's Perenna. Is that how you pronounce her name? Just absolutely shocking. Absolutely shocking. I just... No, words just fail me. She's got an absolute tiny health pool. Her damage is absolutely pitiful. She can navigate around the map, that's all good, and she can disarm traps and lockpick chests. But there's usually an enemy in front of a lockpick chest, and she can barely get through them. Especially if you've got to do 2 chests in that mission. Each chest has an enemy in front of her. She can't do it. She is absolutely dreadful. I would honestly rather take Louisa in if I had to, or I'd rather just take any other hero in and bash her chest open. That's how poor I think she is. So yeah, she's my number 2. Looks absolutely wicked, but is just, well, looks a bit like what she does, a clown. Just an absolute clown. Right, and my number 1. My number 1 is Aleskis, if that's how you pronounce his name. I don't even know what he's doing in the game, to be honest with you. I've had to use him a couple of times for Helix Rift events. I just don't get him. I really, really don't. He's got a passive ability here. Upon defeat, heals all remaining allies. Like, that's probably the only thing he'd be good for, is literally just going in and sacrificing him so that you can get a little bit of health on your other heroes if you need it. He's got a heal on him here. Restores 50% health to an ally and boosts their defense for 40% for 10 ticks. Gasper's got something that does similar to this, and he can heal them a lot more as well. So he's just completely outclassed by a common healer. And what other things he's got here? Like 50% chance to stun an enemy. His attack is extremely pitiful. So this strikes to 150% damage, but that's just 100%, 150% of not much. And he's got this ability where it debuffs enemies' defenses for 40%. So he applies this and obviously does a bit more damage because they've got less defenses, but that doesn't even make him viable. And the recharge time on this is just absolutely crazy. If you do manage to last this long in combat with him, then you get to fire it off again, which is amazing. So not only are you there for 20 ticks with him, you then get to use an ability that isn't really that great. So yeah, he's my number 1. So I hope you did enjoy the video. I'm sorry if any heroes that you love are in there. As I said, these are just the heroes that I find difficult to play. I don't enjoy playing them, and I just think they lack a lot of what other heroes have. So if you agree, put it in the comment section. If you don't, put that in there as well. It'd be great to hear what the community think on the list. So yeah, hope you all have a fantastic day. Look after yourself and take care.